Welcome to Daily Papers, the podcast where we break down interesting new research into bite-sized conversations. Today we're talking about a challenge that most of us never think about. How do you write and manage the code for an app used by over 2 billion people?
2 billion. That's a staggering number. I can barely manage a group chat with 10 people. The app we're talking about is WhatsApp, and the paper comes from a team at Meta who built an AI to help their developers. The tool is called WhatsCode.
Right, and this isn't just about making coding faster. When you're dealing with a global user base, things like privacy and security are incredibly serious. You can't just let an AI run wild. There are countless rules, regulations, and internal standards that every single line of code has to follow.
Exactly. Before this WhatsCode tool, a lot of that compliance checking was done manually by humans. The paper says that only 15% of their privacy requirements were covered by automated checks. That means a huge amount of developer time was spent on painstaking manual verification, which is slow and can lead to inconsistencies.
It's a classic bottleneck. And you might think, well, can't you just use one of those off-the-shelf AI coding assistants? But the researchers found those general-purpose tools just don't cut it. They don't understand WhatsApp's specific codebase, its internal tools, or its super strict privacy rules.
So they had to build their own. That's what WhatsCode is, a domain-specific AI. Think of it like a general-purpose kitchen robot versus a sous chef who has worked in the same kitchen for years. The robot can chop vegetables, but the sous chef knows exactly which knife to use, where the secret spice blend is, and how the head chef likes their onions diced. WhatsCode is that expert sous chef, but for WhatsApp's code.
I like that analogy. So how did they start? They didn't just build this super advanced AI chef overnight, right?
No, they were very strategic. The paper describes the rollout in 3 phases, or eras. The first was the foundation era, back in 2023. They decided to tackle that huge privacy bottleneck we just talked about.
The one where only 15% of checks were automated.
That's the one. They used the AI to read the privacy rules, which are written in normal human language, and then map them to the specific technical checks in the code. And the results were incredible. They took that automated privacy verification coverage from just 15% all the way up to 53%.
Wow, that's more than 3-fold increase. That must have saved their developers a massive amount of time and effort.
It did. But more importantly, it built trust. The developers and privacy reviewers saw that the AI could handle a really critical and difficult task correctly. This success gave them the confidence to move to the next phase, the agentless expansion era.
Agentless? That sounds a bit mysterious. What does it mean?
It just means the AI was following a very strict, predefined script. It wasn't thinking for itself yet. In this phase, they expanded its duties beyond privacy to fixing common, repetitive coding errors, what programmers call lint issues. It's like a super-powered spell checker for code. It would find a simple, predictable error and propose a simple, predictable fix.
So it's still the robot following a recipe, but now it has a few more recipes in its cookbook. And I'm guessing it was good at it?
Very good. During this phase, WhatsCode successfully made over 1,000 code changes. It was a workhorse for cleaning up the code base. But it was still limited to these simple, single-step tasks. That's what led to the most exciting phase, the agentic evolution era.
Okay, so if the last era was agentless, this must be where the AI becomes an agent. It gets a mind of its own.
Pretty much. An agentic AI can reason, plan, and use multiple tools to complete complex multi-step tasks. It's not just following a fixed recipe anymore. It's more like a junior developer. You can give it a bigger goal, like help me build this new feature or investigate why this system is slow. And it can break that problem down into steps and start working on it.
That's a huge leap. So it went from a privacy checker to a spell checker to a junior developer assistant. And what did that look like for the human engineers? Were they just watching the AI work?
Not at all. And this is one of the most interesting findings in the paper. It's not about full automation, it's about collaboration. The researchers found that 2 main patterns of human-AI teamwork emerged.
Okay, what were they?
They were about 60% of the time, it was what they call one-click rollout. The AI would propose a simple, high-confidence fix, and the human developer would look at it, agree it's correct, and just click a button to approve it. Quick, easy, efficient.
And the other 40%?
That was a pattern they called commandeer revise. For more complex problems, the AI would do the initial hard work and generate a solid first draft. The human developer would then take over, or commandeer the AI's work, and revise it to get it perfect. The AI provides a massive head start, and the human provides the expert finishing touches.
So it's not about replacing developers, but about making them faster and more effective. The AI handles the grunt work so the human can focus on the hard parts.
Precisely, and that leads to the biggest takeaway from this entire paper. The success of a tool like WhatsCode isn't just about how smart the AI is. It's about the organizational side of things. How do you build trust? How do you manage risk? How do you change the culture so people see the AI as a collaborator, not a threat?
And how do you decide who's responsible when a piece of AI-generated code causes a problem? That seems like a really important question.
A critical one. The paper argues that these organizational factors are as decisive, if not more, than the technical capabilities of the AI itself. They showed that the most successful path isn't a push for full automation, but designing systems that make human-AI collaboration seamless and effective.
So the story of WhatsCode is a journey. It started by solving a very specific, painful problem, privacy checks, to build trust. Then it expanded to handle more routine tasks and finally evolved into a true thinking partner for developers at WhatsApp, one of the biggest software platforms on Earth.
That's exactly it. It's a fascinating real-world case study of how to deploy AI thoughtfully and successfully at a massive scale, proving that the future of development is a partnership between human and machine.
A great lesson for any field looking to bring in AI. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Papers.